All right, TikTok, here's the long versions I promised. First, let's look at the cameras. So this is where the cameras are located. There's my property line. This road, we're looking down to Copley Road, the main road. All right, here's a picture of the two cameras, and let's take a look at what the views are. I've been calling this camera Right Path long before I had that novelty sign up. But if you see the novelty sign, it's right at that rut that I scratched out where the property line is. Next camera is called Bird Watching Camera. If you remember that, there's a video where I set up a second camera, Bird Watch, and Phil spit at it. Okay, let's get into the video. So here's the Birdie Watch camera up in the right-hand corner. Here comes Allison Fenner. I've had problems with her before. Coming over here, she's got another neighbor with her, Vicky Bogus. They're coming down the path, and they're talking to Phil. Phil's basically giving them permission to go onto my property because he likes it. The more bullies, the merrier, right? The audio is going to pick up on the Right Path camera, so it's going to flip over to that, and we're going to listen.
Private drive. It is a public access. That's why I'm standing here. Oh, you can walk it. Oh, I know exactly why you're there. you can go wherever you want. Vicky here. Vicky, do you know Phil? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course. She's glad to have him. He's a nice person to show people to have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. That's just awesome. Yeah. You need a hat? Ready to drop that? Yeah. No, I have one more. What about the house? Well, thank you. The feeling is mutual, honey. We are, aren't we? We're good with that. I'm sure. Did you put your hair? You're not. Yeah, put it there, right?
Allison lives on the other side of this tree line. She doesn't have access to this deeded access along here. This is not a public access, as Phil said. We'll address that later. So we're, Allison and Vicky are about to go in. They're going in the back of someone else's yard. Then she's going to cut through the side of their yard into hers. Okay, this part I sped up. So truck shows up. I'm going to assume this is another one of Phil's son. Gets out, goes up to the garage, gets a broom, and comes up to the camera where his dad is. Okay, now I dropped it down to slow motion. Phil knows what he's up to, I'm sure. Doesn't do anything to stop him. And then Phil just goes about like nothing ever happened. Yeah. Okay, this is the Bird Watch camera, now broken, hanging down. And here is Nathan McPeak, who lives up front in the basement of his mother-in-law with his wife and 3 sons, driving his dead father-in-law's truck. Take a listen.
Driving on her property like she does ours. Like driving on people's property.
So this is another one of those, it's their own interpretation. I have deeded access to drive over Phil's property, over his mother-in-law's property, to get to Copley Road. So he's just being an antagonist. He's also the one in the video, Eye of the Tiger, where he damages a camera, sprays something on it. He's also over in this same truck. In the video, I Walk the Line, where they're damaging the fence. Alright, I wait till everybody leaves over there before I go outside and do some yard work. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to pick up at this spot on the second one. Alright, video 2. Same day. So I decide I'm going to pull all these white barrels that are lined up all along the fence line. The lot line between me and Phil. He's put up this privacy screen, which is great. I love it. I was really hoping he would have done that 3 years ago. So I start pulling the barrels out, mulling all the tall weeds. Then I decide, since the short cutting has started again, Allison was cutting through with Vicky earlier in the day, I decided I'm going to take the temporary snow fence I bought about a month ago, and I'm going to put that up now and stop the short cutting. So this is me with my lawn tractor and wagon over in the corner pounding the first stake. And now you know they're all back and forth with text and call. Mary McPeak, Nathan McPeak, Phil, Charles Brown. So yeah, look who shows up 10 minutes later. He doesn't have deeded access. So he's cut through from his yard to another neighbor's yard, through Dean's yard, who is at the dead end there, and then pops out into my yard. Yeah, you see this, he almost wipes out. And he's so drunk. So we're going to flip to another camera angle here in a minute so you can hear him. Put in here because this was a problem last year. Flying up and down the driveway, kicking up all the gravel and the dust. Doing burnouts in the limestone I bought. Alright, now we're coming up to the part where the car's going to show up. So about an hour after he leaves, I did end up wrapping up and getting that whole plastic snow fence through that section just to temporarily block it off for now. So, and a car comes up the road. And I don't know who it is. I don't recognize the headlights, of course. So, but I still have the tractor there, and I go to start the tractor up and then realize the car's coming pretty fast. I'm afraid it's Charles, the mower guy, really drunk by now, in his wife's Audi, and I don't know what his intentions are. So I get out of the way as fast as I can and head for the garage. This turns out to be Phil, who has no reason to go beyond his own property line into mine. He's just here because he's pissed about these planters within this 20-foot space that he thinks that he needs at this moment. So I'm going to share this from a couple different cameras. Presley's in the backyard by himself. He's pretty upset at this point. He's been barking for a while. I feel bad about leaving him in the backyard by himself, but he is so good about alerting me which direction someone is coming from. He smells, his sense of smell is so good, and his hearing is so well. So, and notice this light. We're going to talk about this later. So I'm preparing myself. I still don't know who that was. So I go in-house, take care of some stuff. When I come back out, this is when I notice this light flashing. So while I was in the house, Phil turned around in Dean's yard and came back down the driveway, and this is what he does. Now, I didn't see this at the time. I didn't see this until later on the video. I'm going to end this video right here, and this is where we're going to pick up on video number 3. Hey, thanks for sticking with me, you guys.